This is a glute bridge. Dominique's going to start with her hips, knees, and ankles right in line with one another. Knees pointed straight to the ceiling. No, so not falling out or together. Okay, knees pointed straight up and down, as if you have like a little ball or a rolled up towel between there. Then typically when you think of a glute bridge, you just think, okay, lift those hips into the air, which is correct. However, not as efficient as it should be, and oftentimes ends up overusing muscles that you're already using. For example, in this case right now, the low back is really overworking, and it should not be doing your glute bridge, hence that it's called a glute bridge. All right, so to make sure those glutes are activating, I'm going to have you drive your heels down into the ground, and then you're going to squeeze your tush, and you're going to just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze as hard as you can. I don't really care how high you get right off the bat. What's more important is that you're using the glutes. Now, as you do that, you're going to notice that your knees want to start to fall apart. Resist that urge by continuing to squeeze them a little bit. So you're going to have this constant juxtaposition of these adductors working and the glutes working. Good. And as you continue to squeeze, you can also think to reach your knees away from you, driving the heels into the ground and pulling the heels towards you a little bit. They're not actually going to move, but that's going to turn on those hamstrings as well. Now you're utilizing that whole lower complex muscles that should be working synergistically together and opposing one another to get you where you need to go. Good. Go ahead and relax. Good. So your bridge may be just that little to begin with. That's okay. As you go ahead and do it again, thinking about all those same things, squeezing the glutes, driving the heels into the ground. Knees do not fall open. Good. You will gradually in time begin to lift a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, so that you end up being able to be up in this position here without using the low back. Good. You can lower it down. If you do start to feel this in your lower back, you're going too high and you're overusing again. Another place you may feel it is those hip flexors. Commonly, we're told to rock the pelvis under to go ahead and do those glute bridges, and that will often over-engage those hip flexors. So don't worry about that either. Worry more about driving the heels, squeezing in the glutes, reaching the knees, and not letting the legs fall apart. And if you don't feel anything in your hamstrings, you can try to pull those heels back again. There you go. There's a glute bridge.